Hey there, YouTube again. This is Sam here again. Just gonna give an update on my Jeep of what I got done today. I did a lot of fucking work today, and I'm tired as hell. Although it was all wiring, but it was still a pain in the ass. But I'll give you a quick overview. I'll turn my park lights on here to show you kind of exactly what I did. Oh yeah, that's one of my upgrades. Glow gauges. They're actually not. Those gauges aren't actually supposed to fit in the pre-91s, but the only difference was, hang on a sec, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little screw in there in all of them. The screw on the tack and the Speedo was, the holes in the inlay were off. And then the trip odometer reset button, you probably can't see it, but in the Speedo, I had to actually make the hole in that one because it didn't have it. Because I believe in the newer ones, it's electronic, I believe, it's digital. But okay, I'll tell you what I did here on my wiring. When I started today, that park light, and battery charger's in the way of that one, but that park light didn't work. What I found was wrong, there's a little tab that's supposed to be right there. It was rusted off. So I used to have another Jeep Cherokee just like this one, except it was a year older. Before I scrapped, I saved the tail lights. I saved pretty much all the parts that would swap over to this one. And this one has a double bulb in it, which I'm not exactly sure why. Only one of them ever lights up anyway. But so I rewired them, and they all work now. Turn signals didn't work before either, because the ground was busted off. And my tail lights here, before I fixed it, when I had the park lights, the brake lights, this is the brake light, and this is the park light, of course. But before, when I turned the park lights on, for some reason this brake light would come on. Well, I found out it was the other filament in the double bulb, or the double filament bulb for like your Chevys that have the combination tail, or the brake tail turn lights. And so I just luckily found a bulb that filament that kept lighting up that wasn't supposed to was burned out. So that was that fix. And then this turn signal didn't work for some reason. It wasn't the bulb. I couldn't find anything wrong on this side. I screwed around with it for like an hour. Finally, I traced the wiring, which I found goes, hang on a sec here. It goes from back here, up here, across here, down here, and connects over in here. Oops, sorry. But all I did to fix that was I just unplugged it and fucked with it a little bit, and it started working. Oh, and I'm gonna turn that on again. New trailer light plug, because my old one was a piece of junk. And if you're wondering what the hell this is for, well, you see I've put it right in line with the receiver. That was kind of a mistake on my part. I'm not sure if you can actually see me with the light off, but so I welded that U-bolt on there to protect it. And some of you are probably thinking, well, if you hit it hard enough, it's probably just gonna break. It's just gonna bend into it. If you look, it's kind of out of the way. I just wouldn't want to bash into it, backing up into a trailer, which I sometimes do because it's a Cherokee, and well, you can't really see very well unless you have the hatch open. And when you're doing it at night or during the winter, which it is now here in Iowa, it's cold as fuck. It lets all the heat out. So, oh, and another thing I did, I got my alternator wiring down there. You see them two wires coming out of that aluminum looking thing right there? Well, my volt gauge wasn't working right, and when I first got this from the junkyard, someone had stolen the alternator from it. So of course, what most people in junkyards do when they take things off stuff, they just cut everything off. So what I ended up doing when I got it at first, I used one of these butt connectors with just the hard plastic over it. I redid it today with some of these I just bought. These are the fancy ones. You apply heat to the ends, and it's heat shrink tubing. So it's a watertight connection, and when I did my trailer wiring plug, that's what always went wrong with them too, was it would, water and shit would get in here, or in these plastic ones that I always used to use on stuff, and it would short them out, they'd corrode, the wires would break, and I'd never notice it. So I finally dropped some extra cash and bought some of these. They're quite a bit more expensive than the normal ones, but rather than have to rewire something every freaking year, do it right the first time and have it last. I don't mind doing wiring, but fuck, sometimes it sucks. I've been here, oh fuck, I got here at like 11 this morning, and of course I was sitting in my truck outside till like 1, because I was texting my buddy Levi, who actually rents this shop, and he finally texted me back around 1 telling me that the clicker was in a car that's sitting in the building for the garage door opener, the remote clicker thingy, and he told me where he hid the keys, so, for the car I mean. But yeah, so I did finally get in the shop. He never did show up. I'm assuming he went home. He probably still wasn't feeling very good today. He was sick as fuck yesterday. He actually called me to come and get him, so. But yeah, probably gonna do a few more things. I'm thinking maybe I got my old rear light bar from my other Jeep. I saved all these rails too in case I decide to make a roof rack or something for the top of this, because I kind of got that one kind of occupied with all this shit. And if you're wondering what the hell all that shit is, well, here, I'll show you here in a sec. Turn my switches on. Yeah, this thing doesn't show it very well, but those are those HID bulbs that I was telling you about in that other video I made earlier today. Although if you do some upgrade like this, these are just them Baja lights. Well, actually, I'm going to stop this video, and I'll start another one explaining that, because this one's getting kind of long, and I know some people don't like really long videos. So, peace out, see you in 5 seconds.